Welcome to Football Fanatics. This is your host, Vincent, and today we have the AFC Conference Championship game on the line, fighting for the chance to go to the Super Bowl. So, Kansas City favored by 3 points. You got the quarterback competition, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. You got your running backs, which are going to be fairly irrelevant in this game, as we'll get into Buffalo's game plan. We got the tight ends. It's going to be very important for the Buffalo Bills to stop Travis Kelce and these three receivers over the deep part of the field, as that is what Kansas City likes to do best. And as Buffalo knows very well from being in his division, you want to pull a Bill Belichick. Take away their best options on offense. Let them beat you with their secondary weapons. On defense, Bills winning on everywhere, but the defensive line, offensive lines are fairly comparable. So, what if you're Bills, you want your offense to decide the game. So, on defense, what are we going to do? Well, Mahomes has a bad habit of on 3rd and long, he will drop 10 yards back in the pocket, okay? And that means he's really not in the pocket anymore. So, what I would like to see them do is come out on 3rd and long and play at least a 6-tech, probably a 7-tech from both of these defensive ends. Then, these two defensive tackles, I probably am going to put in the 1-techs, okay? Now, this will put a lot of stress because these guards probably want to come in and help out with that double A-gap look, while these tackles have to go out and block these, let's say the tight end's non-existent for now, have to go out and block these receivers, or not receivers, the defensive ends. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to give a defensive front that looks something like that most of the third downs. Then, we will put both linebackers in like that. Now, on the back end, we have what we need is quarters defense. And this is where you have four deep zones. There is deep zone 1. That's 2, 3, 4, and resize them so they're right. So, we're going to have the cornerbacks and the safeties get to these zones. I want my cornerbacks playing off coverage the entire game. Now, the reason for this is because if I do this most of the game, the idea is that eventually you're going to try and frustrate Patrick Mahomes, who likes to take shots down the field. Patrick Mahomes has made his living for the last however many years making explosive plays down the field. This is why you need to take away those explosive plays by playing 4 deep. And these cornerbacks probably going to be 7 yards off the line of scrimmage, maybe even more. Because here you got Tyreek Hill, you got McCole Hardman, and you got, who else do you got? I can't remember. Sammy Watkins, forgot about him. And they will beat your corners in a foot race if you play press man coverage. So we're going to play them off the line. This nickelback, I would like to see play like roundabout there. Now, they will split up the underneath into technically 3 zones. That one. And we can copy and paste that one over here. And then paste a center zone, and we'll make that black. I don't like black. Black hides everything. And that'll do. So, We got nickelbacker going out here. That'd be Josh Norman. We got linebacker going over the middle. And we got other linebacker bailing. Now this is on third down. And the reason for this, now see, I do this on the very first third down, okay? On the second third down, I'd run cover 4 again. But I'm now going to have this defensive end have at that there. He's going to fake a rush, and then he's going to peel out to that back, or to that zone on the backside. And then we're now going to have this linebacker rush up the middle. And the idea is that now you shade over them to a 0 and maybe a 1-eye technique, maybe a 2 technique. And so now you're shading heavy this strong side, and all of a sudden you put pressure on this right tackle, which is adequate but not the best in the world. Now, I would not run any stunts which is where you have this defensive tackle rush outside and then this defensive end to loop around inside, because Patrick Mahomes dropped so deep in the pocket on third down. You just aren't going to have time to get there with a stunt. Now, additionally, you could line these linebackers up outside on third down and then have this nickelback kind of line up here, because on 3rd and 10, I don't care if they run it. The idea on the Bills side is to prevent the passing offense, which is what the Kansas City Chiefs do best. So now that's the defensive side for Buffalo. Now on offense, I would run a lot of what you saw against the Ravens in the first or in their second postseason game. I'd be running a lot of that same type of stuff. So, secondary for Kansas City, not that great. Line, pretty good, especially up the middle. You're probably going to be facing something that looks like this. You have no idea what this coverage is, so I'm not even going to pretend like you do. I would run most of my plays from some sort of formation of a 3-by-1, because I prefer 3-by-1 over your traditional 2-by-2. This will put a lot of stress on that one side of the field. You can have Stephon Diggs, or you can have one of your other receivers over here as your lone receiver one-on-one. And then they have that putting their great safety Josh Miadu, this guy, or Tyron Miadu, over on this side and like soft or hard double covering Stephon Diggs, or they can put him over here where he has the numbers advantage. Now there were a couple plays I liked that I saw last week against the Ravens. So first play was they ran a nice little play action, and then this tight end seeped out, and this defensive end kind of crashed in, nickelback crashed in, and you got that tight end on a nice little 5-yard gain. Additionally, love the screen game, where you can fake a run, you can hit. Also, keep Josh Allen on the move. Do not have him sit in the pocket, as these defensive tackles will collapse the pocket fairly fast. Now, on route concepts, I'd like to see Josh Allen run 5 or more times in the first half. This is because I want Josh Allen to be almost my secondary running back, and to keep these linebackers and defensive backs guessing on whether I'm actually throwing the football. But it's anyway gonna be a great matchup. Once again we got Kansas City down 3 or getting the 3-point -3 on the spread. Sorry there. If you like this video, leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and see you next time.